Hey guys, Island Turtle here. Welcome to BOMISpirit. This is going to be the weekly intuitive astrology reading for December 11th to December 17th. I hope everybody's doing amazing. So I'm back to doing my normal weekly readings, but for a while I was doing like this all signs check-in just because I was traveling and had a lot going on. I am almost settled back into my abode, not quite, but I really wanted to get back into the astrology sort of reads and tell-alls for the weeklies. So here we are. If you're new, welcome. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment. The way this works is I go over the astrology of the week. I give you my 2 cents on it. Go ahead and I pull cards and channel messages as well for the collective and for elements, okay? Check out the website, socials, all the stuff, link below for your convenience. I will be doing a live for the new moon Sagittarius on Patreon. I haven't scheduled it yet. So if you're watching this on YouTube, I most likely have done it already. So if you want to watch it after the fact, you can find it on Patreon or Vimeo. Again, links are below for your convenience. So let's go ahead and get started in talking about the week here. We'll do 111. That feels good. So this week, new moon in Sag and Mercury's going retrograde in Capricorn. This new moon in Sag is bringing an energy that I think we've all been wanting and also just needing as a collective. And it'll be followed up with the full moon in Cancer, which is going to bring some interesting things too. The full moon in Cancer is actually really beneficial for relationships. Well, this one is much more about your own personal standing in the world and your own personal path. So just to keep that in mind as you're planning out the month, personal path right now, relationships, more relationship stuff to come with the full moon Cancer. There's also some big cycles that are going to be coming to a climax or a closing, depending on where you're at in these cycles, with the full moon in Cancer as it pertains to 2019. That we still have this energy of coming out of the rabbit hole, so to speak. I just want to make sure I put the timestamp. I did. Coming back. There's still this energy of coming out of the rabbit hole. And so I actually pulled out a deck that I'll be using when we get to the deck portion called the Goliath Tarot deck. It's my Shadow Shamanic deck. It's linked below if you are curious about it. I love it. She's kind of a big girl though, so she's a little hard to shuffle. I wanted to pull this out because with this new moon in Sagittarius, while it is a breath of fresh air and it is very fiery, confident, expansive, trailblazing, groundbreaking, really shattering, and I mean like shattering is what I kept feeling every time I was like looking at my notes on it or tuning into it. It feels like we're moving into a portal where we truly are shattering old versions of self, old insecurities, old wounds, old boogeymans, especially anything that you've been trying to deal with for the last year or two or the last 4 years. It just feels like another portal to be doing that, which I think is really cool. Capricorn and Scorpio. Sorry, it's like I'm already picking up on some stuff and I'm just like, you know how it is for my channelers out there. Scorpio and Capricorn energy are going to be helping us a lot as well with this new moon and throughout this week as well. When you get Scorpio and Capricorn together in a room, a lot of focus, a lot of drive, and a lot of devotion and a lot of commitment. But this is all in the realm of our personal paths. We want to be a little mindful this week as well because we do have a fixed star that's going to be active on the new moon that's related to the Draco constellation, dragon energy. Very strong dragon energy, which can only be helpful and beneficial to anything that you're putting all this focused energy into. Just keep in mind that maintaining some sense of humility is going to be important because we're going to be very insightful at this time. We're going to be very intuitive at this time. We're also going to be very good at, how do I want to say, this, getting the pieces into place, like really cultivating paths and situations and circumstances, which can be very beneficial to everybody if it's all done with the greatest of intentions. But if it's done in a shadowy, sort of manipulative way, it could kind of backfire. So just letting you guys know that. But that's the kind of energy that we're working with this week. And also why I pulled the shadow deck out, we are still facing some old stuff, some old versions that again want to be shattered. So that's why I pulled this out. I wanted to do shadow readings for each individual sign, but I just honestly don't have the time right now. But yeah, we will be using this later on in the read. But let's go ahead and get back to the astrology. I actually don't want to focus on all of this too much because, to be honest, there's a lot of aspects and I think it could get confusing. So I'm just going to put this in this simplest layman's terms as I possibly can, Pallas Athena and Venus are both in Scorpio, and they're both working with each other in a conjunction. Okay, so anything that Venus is aspecting, Pallas Athena is aspecting as well. This is that Scorpio energy that we're going to really feel underneath the new moon and along through the rest of the week as well. When you have Pallas and Venus working together, specifically in Scorpio, deep emotional intelligence is going to be a tool here as far as anything that we're trying to harmonize, anything we're trying to resolve, anything we're trying to figure out. But because it's also Venus and it's also scorpionic energy that's at play, it's also about what we emotionally want to invest in and where we also want to put love into. And relationships will probably be a huge part of this as well. But it's giving us almost like the eye of the Scorpio, like the eagle eye sort of energy, to pinpoint exactly how to harmonize, how to navigate, but also with that very deep emotional intelligence and desire to emotionally invest in things or in people. Okay. Now, this conjunction is also going to be sextile Mercury in Capricorn, which does go retrograde on the 13th, opposing Jupiter in Taurus, and will be sextile Lilith in Virgo. Lilith in Virgo is going to be important this week as well, and also aspects a fixed star underneath this new moon. Again, I'll talk about it on the live on Patreon. Lilith on its own is also trine Jupiter and Mercury is also trine Jupiter. So we have Mercury and Jupiter and Lilith all working with each other, and then all working with this scorpionic conjunction. So we have Cappy, we've got Scorpio, and then we have Jupiter and Taurus supporting all of this as well. When you throw Mercury and Capricorn into the mix, working with Scorpio in this like pinpoint focused way, Mercury and Capricorn can even give a much stronger I want to say, as far as like putting plans together or how things should work or how things should go, how things should be cultivated, how things should be managed. So during this new moon, if you get inspired to take on any kind of changes or new path, or you finally see something just so clearly and so precisely, this is the time where you could be very, have a lot more ease, I want to say, with accomplishing it or achieving whatever that thing is. Now with Lilith at play in this, so Lilith is actually part of that energy that's going to be tied to Draco, the dragon constellation. I think I mentioned it already. If I didn't, Lilith is supported by a fixed star this week, specifically underneath the new moon, that is tied to the Draco constellation. So dragon energy, really bringing out more of that, not hunger, but I guess that's kind of a way you can look at it. Motivation, ambition. we'll put it that way. So again, this could work out really, really well. Just be mindful not to fall into lacking humility or being manipulative or being greedy, because that's when the shadow dragon energy can really backfire on us here. Okay. Now, as well, we also have Chiron trine Mars. We also have Juno trine Uranus and Orcus trine Uranus, and Orcus is also square Mars. All of that, like, again, don't get caught up on all the aspects here. Just listen to the takeaways. The Mars energy here as it relates to Orcus and Uranus and Chiron, especially Mars being in Sagittarius, more confident action is being had here. And then as it relates to Chiron, in the ways that we have been restricting ourselves from our own personal insecurities or wounds, we can really rise above them. We can really shatter those in the name of confidence, in the name of courage, in the name of taking a risk, in the name of, I'm going to go there and I'm going to do it. I'm going to go there and I'm just going to try this, right? So again, I think that's a very positive thing. Now, keep in mind though, with that Juno trine Uranus, with all of this like personal path focused sort of vibe we got going on, Juno trine Uranus calls for shakeups in relationships, in our bonded relationships. It doesn't have to be a bad thing. It can really improve some of your bonded relationships. And for those who are new, when I say bonded relationships, that's like where there's a soul contract at play, a physical contract, or like a marriage, or you live with somebody, or you're in business with somebody. That's kind of what I mean. Okay. Again, doesn't have to be bad. It can really enhance your relationships. Or if these relationships are really restricting you from you taking on your personal path, might be some things that need to change there, right? Just, excuse me, just is what it is. There's also a week of reinvention of self. That was something that specifically wanted to come through. So I wrote it down. So I'm telling you, reinvention of self. Now we also have the North Node in Aries trine the Sun in Sagittarius. Eris is also trine the Sun in Sagittarius, and the Neptune is square the Sun in Sagittarius. That North Node is working with Eris. Eris is the sister to Aries. I know. I try to like really emphasize these words because I know it can get a little like hard to actually hear them. So the North Node in Aries is conjunct Eris in Aries, but Eris is the sister to Aries. Got it? Okay. And all of that is really supportive with the sun being in Sagittarius. So again, putting forward priorities of personal growth, personal expansion, independence, trying new things, taking on new risks is supporting our future path as a collective, really, for all of us to be able to take initiative, all of us to be able to try new things, be very independent, and not be afraid. That's something else that's coming up a lot with the collective is facing fear, facing fear, facing fear. Even looking at versions of yourself that you've been and facing that. That's something else that's been coming up too. And what fear is coming up that is prohibiting you from breaking away from these old versions of self if you haven't been doing that. A lot of us have been doing that, but some people are still in it, you know? It is what it is. So that's everything that's going on astrologically this week. Now, as far as signs will be most affected, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Scorpio, Aries, Virgo will be the most impacted signs. I would say Sag, Scorpio, and Cap by far will be the most impacted. And if you notice, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, right? That's actually like they're all neighbors. So that's actually a huge range of energy, and also people who will be affected. If you're, a Sag, you'll definitely be affected. If you're a Scorpio, you'll still be affected. If you're a Cap, you'll still be affected. You guys understand what I'm saying? As far as degree ranges, if you guys want to look at that, by all means, go ahead. I would say if you're going to look at your personal houses, I would look to Scorpio, 5 to 10 degrees, Capricorn, 5 to 10 degrees, Sagittarius and Aries, 15 to 25, that 20-degree point being the most critical. And then Virgo's got an interesting range. Virgo's more supportive than anything. So I would say, I'd say look at the whole house of Virgo, actually, because it's 5 to 10 and 15 to 20 for Virgo. But prioritize Sag, Scorpio, and Capricorn. Okay? Okay. So that's all the astrology. Is there anything else I wanted to mention about that? No. Let's go ahead and move on to the collective message here. Let's see. I know my energy is like not where it normally is, guys. I am very aware. Like I said, I've been in this weird space and I've been wanting to do a live on it. Maybe I will do a live on it. I feel very much not in time and space these days. I feel like I am in a weird floaty kind of container and I'm just kind of observing things around me. It's very weird. It's very, very weird. But it is what it is. So let's get into it. So we're going to pull from the Goliath Tarot deck. This is that Shadow Shamanic deck I was mentioning earlier. I just want to pull from this deck to see some sort of collective shadow, collective fears that may be coming up that some of us are being confronted with. I may even pull a few different ones to do, are we going to do different reads? That sounds like a lot. That sounds like a lot. I'm going to have my notebook handy just in case to do timestamps. It's kind of feeling like that though. Like I need to do 3 groups for the collective for the shadow cards, but we'll see. Well, let's just get started. Yeah, we're going to have to do it that way. Okay, hold on a second. Okay. For group 1, can I get a shadow card for group 1? December 11th to December 17th. Let's see here. Whoa. It was very fast. King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles being the shadow card here. Oh, such a beautiful card, though. It's interesting because the tiger I always associate with fire and wand energy, but here she or he coming out as the King of Pentacles, the Father of Roses. Oh, something about this feels really good. I'm surprised this is coming out, actually, for the shadow. Roses to me are about divine intelligence, divine knowledge, divine wisdom, how to lead. For group 1, it feels like you guys may be struggling with moving into this space of really truly owning the King of Pentacles energy within yourself, what it means to really be a king, what it means to really be a leader, a ruler, a way shower is actually how it's coming through. Almost like knowing that that is something that is meant for you, that's something that you want to do, but feeling not capable or not fully ready. Even if on the surface you seem ready, even if on the surface you tell people you're ready, deep down kind of being afraid of it. I'm also being drawn to the butterflies and the moths here as well. Indicative of transformation, indicative of beauty, indicative of grace. Humility as well. They said humility and humility. This might be a very long collective read. Maybe we won't do elements today. We're just going to flow. Y'all know how I am. I like to flow. But that's what I'm getting for this group one, for the King of Pentacles and the Father of Roses. How to be that person who can lead, who can have integrity and honor and be responsible and truly believe that they are emulating it. It's interesting how that wanted to come through. Truly believe that they can emulate it, that they can be that for other people. Some of you may know that there is darkness inside of you that prevents you from this, prevents you from really being this, prevents you from really embodying this. And it's about facing whatever that darkness is. Some of you, it's also a darkness that is about walking the line of money. I'm just getting money for some of you. While knowing that money is important, that it cannot be the sole intention. This feels like big purpose sort of feeling here. Even if it's just about having a family or managing a family or a business, that can't be the purpose. That can't be the number one purpose. There's nothing wrong with wanting money. There's nothing wrong with prioritizing that or securing that. It can't be the sole reason or the sole intention behind taking on this kind of a role, is what I'm getting for group one. I kind of want to just keep going. Yeah, you know what? Let's just keep going with group one. And I didn't do the timestamp. Oops. It is what it is. I do want to pull more cards on this. Just deciding what deck to go with. I was just going to go with the Energy Oracle cards. That doesn't feel right, though. We're doing it. We're just going to do it. We're going to do it. Tell me more for group one. Tell me more for group one, for this King of Pentacles, Father of Roses. Tell me more about why this is the shadow card for group one. Let's see, you got 3 cards here. Okay. Not to be all love is the key, but love is the key. Archangel Raphael with the heart chakra card, Angel of Love, and then the appreciation card, which is my 9 of Pentacles energy. They're all upright, but with the heart energy here, along with the Angel of Love, something about this feels not fully present, not fully connected to, not fully open. And it's interesting, right? Because the King of Pentacles here is the Father of Roses. Appreciation is a card of gratitude as well. You could be missing that component within yourself of how to truly be present in gratitude. Some of you, it's feeling capable, it's feeling worthy, but I keep feeling like the heart is not fully in it. The heart is not fully in it, or not fully open, or not fully receptive, because to be the King of Pentacles, you need to be a giver, but you also need to be able to receive in order to move into the energy as well. You need to be open in both ways. Something about it just doesn't feel present. I just can't get away from that feeling. Like this doesn't feel like it's existing right now. Some of you do need to have a heart healing in order to be able to move into this energy. Because there's true compassion behind the King of Roses. There's true compassion behind the King of Pentacles. To have compassion for others, you need to have compassion for self. I feel like that's where we're going with you, group one. Yeah, I feel like that's where we're going with you. I want to pull one more deck for group 1, and then we'll move on to group 2. Waiting for something to speak to me. You see me, I'm like, yeah, I don't know about that one. Spell casting. Okay, we'll do that one. I'm gonna do the spell casting. Some of you may feel shame about who you've been or what you've done or even certain thoughts you have. That's interesting. I think taking time to look at those in the face and also forgiving yourself for all of those, I think is going to be very good for you, very healthy for you. I keep running into this like self-worth deserving sort of thing as well. But that's where the love comes in. And that's where compassion for self comes in. Again, compassion for others comes as a result of that. Can I get a card for group 1 here from the spellcasting deck? Whoa. Spirit guide and justice. Whoa. Spirit guide and justice. Spirit guide being here indicates that you got divine energy all over you. Spirit is right there with you. Your team is right there with you. I keep feeling healing behind the justice card and in your reading group 1, but justice coming out really indicates to me righting a wrong. Righting a wrong, righting a wrong. Group 1, I keep just feeling like forgiving yourself, facing your own shame is pretty huge here. You can give justice to yourself, and then in turn, you'll be able to move into this role and even give that to other people. Yeah, this is a lesson in forgiveness. A lesson in forgiveness and compassion. I feel like group 1, you're probably very hard on yourself. You're probably take that as confirmation. You're probably very hard on yourself and very critical. You don't have to be. You don't have to be. You might historically have a hard time forgiving people, but that's again because you have a hard time forgiving yourself. And that might also just be a result of the path that you've walked, group 1. Maybe you've dealt with people who didn't know how to forgive, who didn't know how to have compassion for others or themselves, and so that's what you've learned. But it's time to face that. It's time to face that. Interesting. Let's go ahead and move into group 2. Okay. Back to the shadow. Group 2. Ooh, there we go. Whoa. To crack my neck a little bit. Group 2. Can I get a shadow card for group 2 for December 11th to the 17th? December 11th to December 17th. I am getting the word toxicity. Group 2, you may be struggling with some habits, some vices, or maybe even just being around toxic people. I just keep getting toxicity. Group 2 might be for my empaths or people who are just very energetically sensitive, to be very, very mindful about what you expose yourself to, what you're consuming, and not just food-wise, but energy-wise. What are you consuming? Media-wise, what are you consuming? What are you watching on your phone? What are you listening to music-wise? What are you reading, right? Even like other conversations, what are you consuming conversationally? That's honestly what I just keep getting. Toxicity and consumption for group 2. Some of you may be very, very, very affected or impacted by what you expose yourselves to. Group 2. Show me the shadow card for group 2. Whoa. Let's see here. The 2 of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like the juggling snake. I love that. Whew. Whoa. Looking at this card as I put it up to the screen, I feel like I'm getting activated here. Interesting. Two of Pentacles with a juggling snake. I just feel like energetic impact is all I keep feeling with you, group 2. So maybe this is health related. I keep feeling like it's hard for you to find your balance. It's hard for you to find your balance. It's hard for you to find your flow. It's hard for you to find your groove. And I keep getting that's because of what you are allowing yourself to be around or what it is you're allowing yourself to consume. That's how it keeps wanting to come through. Let me sit further with this energy. Snakes have been huge in the collective as well. So interesting. Some of you guys may be resonating with that synchronicity of the snake. I feel like right now you're trying to navigate your path and make some big changes. I feel that with you, group 2, trying to make some big changes, but I feel like you're a little confused. You feel a little lost. You feel a little off kilter, but I feel like that's because of what you are consuming or have allowed yourself to consume that affects your way of thinking. And for some of you, just affects your physical energy or even your emotions. So it's almost like you put yourself in a state of taking on or absorbing information or energy or emotions that are actually not aligned to you, and then it confuses you and it throws you off. I feel like what would help you is to recalibrate yourself, but also maybe come to terms with some of your habits, some of your lifestyle choices, and the people that you're around, and even the environments that you're around. And some of you need to come to terms with the fact that you're a very strong empath, okay? Or you are easily influenced, and there's nothing wrong with that. You just are who you are. Let's go ahead and pull some cards from the Energy Oracle. Forgot the word for a minute. Any messages or insights? Some of you struggle with people pleasing, but that's more so because your energy gets affected by people around you. I keep getting like your thoughts get lost or your thoughts get confused. Your compass gets like tweaked is what I meant to say. Any messages or insights for group 2? Like, what would happen if you just went camping for a week with no electronics at all whatsoever and no other people? What would happen? What would you start to think? Let's see. You got 3 cards as well. Goddess of the Moon, card of intuition, the thinking man, and the third eye chakra with Archangel Metatron. So that's very interesting. So group 1 was all about the heart space for the most part, and like feeling worthy and, you know, judgment and criticism and all of that, being hard on the self, not being hard on others, blah, 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 blah. Group 2, it's all about up here. It is all about up here. Group 2, you're very sensitive. You are very psychically, energetically sensitive. I'm literally looking at the logical part of you, the brain, literally. I'm looking at the very intuitive part of you, and I'm looking at your third eye, which helps you to see through the veil and helps you to see deeper truth. You're very, very sensitive, and it feels like just foggy, clogged, etc. It's like, and needing to really see and discern and understand and accept how sensitive you are and what you need to do to stay calibrated. I feel like your intuition's been trying to tell you something too about the decisions you're trying to make right now, and maybe even trying to tell you, hey, these things mess you up. Like, hey, these lifestyle choices, these environments, these people, they make your compass go a little crazy. I feel like your intuition's actually been trying to tell you this. Let's go ahead and pull from a spellcasting deck. Anything else for group 2? Group 3 is going to be very interesting. Watch group 3 be all like sacral, like the lowers. Because I literally feel like you're all like upper world energy. And it feels like group 1 is more like middle almost. No, actually I'd say lower. I would say lower world for group 1. So group 3 may be middle, like earthly plane, physicality. Anyway. Any other messages for group 2? Talent. Ooh, what you're good at, your skill set. Some of you, this is about your sense of purpose as well. Purpose is going to be on the table for the whole collective for this period of time. I would say for the rest of the year, actually, just because of the aspects that we have at play. Some of you have been confused about what it is that you're good at versus what it is you want to do and or should do. It's almost like there's too many questions because there's too many different influences. And I almost want to say it's better for you to just rely on you because you are so sensitive. You're sensitive and you're very much linked to the divine. You're linked to spirit in such a way where you do carry a lot of truth. It just gets discombobulated when you start pulling from the external or expose yourself to too many things that could be toxic to that level of intuition. Can I get another card for group 2? You're finding yourself, group 2. You're finding yourself through the noise. You're finding yourself through the noise and what it is that you're actually good at, what it is you actually want to do, what it is you actually should do. We shouldn't even say that, but it's like that's what I'm getting with you. You're clearing up the muckiness, the confusion that comes in from toxic influences, too many external influences. But I can feel you trying to navigate some certain decisions here, but you're getting clear. You're getting clear and you're finding yourself in it. Nice. All right, group 3. Okay. Group 3. Let's get a shadow card for you as I move that over. Can I get a shadow card for group 3, please? I'm already getting a self-sabotaging sort of energy with you, group 3. Getting a little bit of trickster energy too, almost like fox-like energy. Group 3. Can I get a shadow card for group 3? I'm not taking those. This deck really wants to talk, but it's interesting because I'm getting a trickstery energy with you, like a sly energy with you. And I was like, are you gonna play a trick on me? Are you gonna like get the cards to be flying? And you kind of did there with your energy. I'm not taking those. Group 3. Can I get a card for group 3? Can I get a card for group 3? This one. Oh. Group 3. I already know where this is going. I already know where this is going. Your shadow card. 6 of Cups. Karmic energy. Past life energy. It's interesting this is the 6 of Cups because it looks very much like it could be a 2 of Cups or even the Lovers. You even see the different colored birds on either side of these hippos here. Group 3, it feels like, how do I want to put this? I'm trying to find the right words because I feel like a haunted energy here, but I also feel lost hopes. I feel, to be honest, I'm getting a bit of a depressed energy with you. Some of you could have self-sabotaging behaviors or have dealt with a lot of people who, oh, here we go, who have had self-sabotaging behaviors. And I feel like you're reflecting on, well, why did those people come into my reality? Why did those people come into my life? Why was I drawn to those people? Why were they drawn to me? There must be something about me that speaks to them and vice versa. And trying to almost go to like a very, like, just the dark parts of you. Some of you, I feel like, may even be wondering if you have those same tendencies. It's almost like things that you've experienced with people, like family, friends, lovers, and I mean like all kinds of people that were very dark, maybe even abusive, and wondering if you carry that too. interesting. This is an interesting rabbit hole. And the fact that I'm also getting trickster too. You might have dealt with a lot of trickster people and you may recognize that you have an aspect of that within yourself. Trickster is not necessarily bad. So this is something that I received in a meditation sometime the last couple of months about the spectrum of that kind of medicine. Trickster, sacred clown, shapeshifter, heyoka. They're all just different manifestations of the same medicine, right? And one may be, I don't want to say, some people might look at heyoka as like more sacred than like a shapeshifter, but that's not necessarily true. They're just slightly different, but they're all the same medicine, right? And it doesn't have to be bad. It doesn't even have to be abusive, right? So I feel you coming to terms with a lot of these things. I'm getting strong Gemini energy in group 3, like very strong Gemini energy. And that was the last full moon that we had. And again, that came with some rabbit hole energy, which will be coming to a head by the end of the year with the full moon in Cancer. There is an asteroid called the White Rabbit that's associated with that came into my awareness in the last couple of weeks. And I've been slowly doing some research on that. But I do think that energy ties into the rabbit hole that we've been experiencing here. But anyway, coming back to group 3, yeah, I feel very strong Gemini energy. I also feel depression. I feel lost hopes, lost dreams. For some of you, lost love. Some of you that is because they actually passed or transitioned. So my condolences there. But I am getting looking at the villains in your story and trying to discern why they were your villains and what drew them in the first place. Could it just be because it was a karmic thing? Could it be because you just wanted to sign up for a lesson? Or was it because of something in you that drew them in the first place? So it's very interesting things for group 3. Let's go ahead and pull some cards from the Energy Oracle. Am I taking this one? I am. A lot of twinsy energy here for group 3, 22 with yin yang, masculine, feminine. I mean, even the 6 of Cups energy, right? When I say twinsy, I mean like that Gemini vibe or like masculine, feminine, lovers, yin yang, like counterpart twinsy sort of energy here. Group 3, I feel like with this reflection, like, yes, you could learn some things, sure. You could gain some insights, but I want to say don't fall down the rabbit hole too far. Is what I really want to say. I do feel like some of you are doing some soul retrieval work in doing this and coming into this place of being unified within yourself. I can feel that. But I want to say don't torture yourself more than is necessary. Some of you, I can almost feel this like a little bit of torturing the soul unnecessarily. So be mindful of that. Anything else for group 3? Yin yang card coming out like this as well indicates feminine energy. Actually, the yin side, when it's in reverse, it represents the yang side. So again, I already feel like you're reflecting. I don't feel like you're taking a whole lot of action here, which is passive. It's feminine, right? Anything else for group 3? Yeah, there it is. Hostilities, we even have contract at the bottom, which is my soul contracts card and obligations, but hostilities, 5 of Swords. Again, reflecting on the maybe abusive behavior or wounds that you've experienced within all of your different types of relationships and wondering, are you cut from the same cloth? And if so, does that make you a bad person, a good person? These are things that I feel some of you are contemplating. Very big questions. Very big questions. Some of you, I can almost feel this question of, am I just paying off a karmic debt? Can feel that too. Some of you are facing your own ego as a result of this. Some of you may feel like maybe you were just dealing with mirrors of your own ego in these relationships. The crown chakra with Archangel Uriel. Group 3, again, I do feel like you're in a rabbit hole, which isn't necessarily bad. The purpose of the rabbit hole, or even the asteroid that I was talking about, the White Rabbit, is about going through a journey, okay? Going through a journey and to be forever changed. And maybe it's because you do learn about yourself. Maybe you come into some truths that are just like crazy, or maybe you go through a spiritual awakening. And I do feel like you're facing the darkest parts of you by reflecting and journeying through your darkest of relationships. Especially that crown chakra coming in at the end there. I want to get one more for group 3. I just think you guys are going through a lot. Group 3, so a little heavy. I just got really lightheaded. Tell me more for group 3. Happy family. This, I feel, there's a couple things I feel with this. This is something that I think you're going to be gaining some insight and enlightenment about, of if this is possible in your life or not, to have healthy, happy, balanced relationships of all kinds, not just romantic, but with family members, with friends, with coworkers, with people you meet on the street. Is it possible? Is it possible? Is it possible? Is it possible? Again, group 3, I feel like you've had a lot of experiences where it's been like the hostilities energy. And again, trying to discern how much of that was you versus them versus both of you versus supposed to be, or karmic debt, or was it all me? Like, you know, all of these big questions. And I do feel like this energy is possible for you, but this is really discerning if it is and how it is and what you can do within yourself, what you can heal or shift within yourself to make that happen. Yeah, on the bottom we have Angel of Balance, harmony, reconciliation, resolution. I'm getting a little shaky actually, which is kind of weird. I think it's just the energy in your reading. Let's go ahead and pull some cards from the spellcasting deck, and we'll move on to elements for the week. More for group 3. Am I taking these? Yeah, you got 3. Woo! Taking your power back, I see, by doing this. Taking your power back. And that's the thing too. There's nothing wrong with reflecting on self, but remember that what I was saying, I almost feel like you may be torturing yourself unnecessarily, torturing your soul unnecessarily. And I do feel that with the empowerment card coming out, that's confirming that. And I'll explain why in a minute. And then we have life purpose and career. I feel like some of you have been giving your power away to these experiences. Okay. Again, nothing wrong with reflecting and taking accountability, but how much of it is you just punishing yourself or trying to put yourself in a box, right? To the point where you feel kind of enslaved to it, dominated by it, victimized by it even. Empowerment is saying, take your power back from these situations, from the past, from these painful memories, these wounds, any sort of self-blaming that you have going on here. Again, nothing wrong with seeing yourself in a clear light, shadow included, but don't do it to the point where you give away your power to these past circumstances. And then it's just like, boom, we have life purpose and career. You're going to realize these past experiences set you up for this, for life purpose and career, that maybe it did all happen for a reason, and it was to prepare you to be able to do something in this world that could help people with those same situations, or just give you the life skills that you need, right? Maybe you got great people skills as a result of that. Maybe you got great skills at dealing with all kinds of people or all kinds of uncomfortable social situations as a result of that. Maybe you got a really good bullshit radar system now, right? You know, understand what I'm saying? It has prepared you for what you're going to do moving forward. So take your power back and see that for what it is. See yourself for how capable you are, how powerful you are, how resilient you are, and even how wizened you are. Because, I mean, I don't know why I feel like I need to say this. Maybe I'm saying this because maybe you're on the younger side, or maybe your age is like, I don't know, a weird component here. Because I was going to say it doesn't matter how old you are. It matters what your life experience is. A lot of people will judge others just based off of how old they are. And it's interesting because I had an experience like this in the last couple of days that really left a bad taste in my mouth, but I was like, leave it aside. They don't know better. It's like literally what I told myself, which is true, right? It's like, they just don't know any better. They just don't know any better. Just being treated like a child, just simply because of my age. But that's because when people don't know you, right, they have no idea what your life experience is. So that's kind of what I'm getting for you, group 3. It doesn't matter how old you are, whatever experience you gained from your past here, it's given you a wealth of knowledge. It's given you a wealth of tools that you can take and apply it into the world to help other people, to give something back to other people. Okay? Wow. Whew. These were some powerful reads. I'm going to clear this. And wait, should I clear it? No, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it. Leave it? Yeah, we're going to leave it. We're going to leave all of this, and we're just going to do the elements on top. Some of you, I'm sorry. Some of you who resonated with one or two of these groups, it may tie into the elements. So that's kind of why I want to leave it. But yeah, let's get into the elements. Wow. All right, where's my pen? We'll do you down here. Who's going first? Water wants to go first. Okay. I feel like you almost never go first, water signs. Now, normally I would use my Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck, and then I would use some tarot cards. Are we sticking with that today? Are we sticking with that today? Yeah, we are. Okay. Let's do it. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, December 11th to December 17th. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Some of you may feel, oh, some of you guys are in the dark. Oh, that's what that is. They literally just showed me a cave, and I was like, oh, maybe you're hermiting. And maybe some of you are hermiting, but some of you feel like you're in the dark. That feels transitionary to me. It almost feels like waking up. Like, how do I want to say this? Like, you know, when you're coming out of a dream and you're like, you're in a dream, or you're in dream time, you're in dream space, and then you're transitioning out and you're kind of like, like a little discombobulated, and you're like, but you're still kind of in it, but you're kind of waking up. It kind of has that feeling to me. Some of you may feel like you're actually in this state a lot during the day, kind of like, like 1 foot in, 1 foot out, as far as being physically here or being in the realms. But I feel like it speaks more like metaphorically to you're in a transitionary state in your life right now. That's really what I'm feeling with you. But it just feels kind of dark. It feels kind of quiet. You may even feel kind of lonely. You may even feel a little depressed. Water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Some of you, it almost feels like coming down off of a party too. Like coming, like, you know what I mean? Almost like a social hangover or an actual hangover. Where you're just feeling, you know, kind of like that. Any messages or insights from my water signs? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Some of you feel like you've crash landed into a new reality and you're getting adjusted. I feel like that's very true for some of you, where you've had a massive timeline shift. You'll know who you are if you're in that boat. Let's see. Oh yeah, water signs. We got vulture, death magic, Scorpio energy. This literally speaks of eating away the dead things, right? To allow for life to happen. It's the how do I want to, what's that word? What's that word? Garbage disposal. Vultures are the garbage disposals of the ecosystem. Okay. I do think a lot is happening in dream time for you, water signs. A lot is happening in dream time. I think you would benefit from some quiet time. I think you'd benefit from a lot of meditation. I feel hesitancy there, though. I almost feel like some of you guys are hesitant to give yourself that space, give yourself that time, or even to go there. And that might, why? Some of you guys are hesitant because deep down, you know, you're going to feel certain things or see certain things or get information that may be a little hard on you. But it's important. It's important for the waking up back into reality sort of process, or getting settled into a new reality. It's important. So you should allow it. I really want to encourage you to allow it. Any messages or insights from my water signs? Yeah, there's been stuff brewing, water signs. We have crocodile and we have peacock. Stuff's been brewing underneath the surface for you. Crocodile for me has quickly become my emotional maturity card. It's being able to sit in the deepest, darkest of primordial emotion and waters and underworld energy, and being able to keep your cool and manage yourself. And on the surface, we have peacock. There's been a lot under the surface. And I feel like that's what's going on right now, is dealing with what's been going on under the surface. Dealing with that. Yeah, dealing with that. Oh, some of you are dealing with somebody who's going through this at this time. Any other messages or insights from my water signs? Scorpion. Scorpion comes out when we've been holding on to a lot of stuff. And maybe some of you actually have some anger, maybe even like some just like agitation, and you're not sure why. It's because of what's been lurking underneath the surface. Water signs, some of you, there's a secret that's about to come out. I'm definitely getting some secret vibes. Now, when I say that, I want to be very clear here. Some of you, it's just about being privy to what's been brewing underneath the surface, and you're going to see that for what it really is. And some of you, I feel like you've been avoiding that. Excuse me, all about yourself and your own emotions. Things you've been holding on to. Things that have been needing to die or be shattered for a very long time. Wounds, insecurities, old versions of self, old grievances, even. Others of you, I feel like something has been hidden. Like something's been hidden, or someone's like literally been hiding something, and I feel like it's trying to come to the surface. I feel like your intuition's even been telling you about this for a while. Anything else from my water signs? Some of you are going to realize you're still holding on to an old grievance, and it's like you keep, like you're almost like stuck in it. Like psychologically, you're stuck in the old grievance, even if it's long past, and it's time to finally let it go. Anything else from your water signs? Sea serpent at the bottom. Sacral energy, a card also of expression, also a card that speaks to the cycles of life, death, and rebirth. Kundalini energy. Underneath that, we do have fear. There's some sacral healing that wants to take place here for you water signs as well. But in terms of expression, when you can deal with what is sitting so deep under the surface, deep down in the depths of you here, water signs, you can go into this full-on expression of the sacral, full-on expression of passion and desire and fun and vulnerability. But I feel like this is speaking way more just to this like transition that you're going through here. It feels like you're just coming into a new reality where this is finally dealt with. Where the crocodile is finally on the surface. Some of you may not realize that the crocodile is actually a spirit animal for you. Yeah. Interesting. Let's go ahead and pull some tarot cards for you. Oh, it feels so serious, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Kind of does. We're going to go with the glow-in-the-dark tarot for you guys. Did I do your timestamp? I did. Sorry, I know I'm obsessed with the timestamps. It just makes life easy. It just really does. Okay. Okay. My water sign. Any messages or insights from my water signs? December 11th to 17th. One more. Okay. Some of you guys are going to realize why you've been so tired, why you've been so fatigued, why some of you also have been having issues sleeping. Again, it's this like weird transitionary state. It's like it's coming into some sort of reality and truth and relaxed state of actually is what I'm getting. But I can feel you've also been fighting whatever this is. You've been fighting going there. You've been fighting acknowledging this, dealing with this. That's been creating fatigue for you. You can't evade, thank you. You can't evade this. You can't evade this, water signs. You cannot evade this. And if a secret's about to come out, you can't evade that either. It's inevitable. Any other messages or insights for water signs? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Five of Pentacles. This is feeling alone. This is feeling fear, scarcity mindset, feeling kind of lowly is how I like to put it. Some of you may feel just very alone in the world, even if you're not. Some of you have been struggling financially. I feel like this is that like fatigue energy that I was picking up on. Fatigue energy. Some of you may just truly feel alone in the world, but it comes from this. It comes from that. Whoa. Yeah, you're holding on to that. You are holding on to that, water signs. Four of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles creates an Ace of Pentacles. Water signs, it's like you've been starving yourself. It's very strange. It's like you've been starving yourself of certain opportunities, starving yourself of your own energy. I want to say stop fighting it. Stop fighting it and just fully go to what that is. Hold on a second. So you don't have to have it under the surface constantly anymore. It's like a constant tension that's constantly sucking on your energy. So stop. Just stop. Just stop. Just stop. It's something inside of you. It's not, these are pentacles, but I feel like it's something inside of you. It's something inside of you. Old wounds, old grievances, something that's emotionally affected you from whenever this happened. Some of you, this is really, really old. Star healing, major healing on the bottom there. Some of you, this is really, really old. Some of you, it's fairly recent, but it's inside of you and it's sucking on your energy. It's draining you. Anything else for my water signs? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Some of you, it could have been tied to some financial upheaval or struggle or fear of loss of money, but it's become emotional. Even if it started as something just like a financial thing, it's become emotional. We've got the Fool. This is you breaking away. Wanting to, actually. Yeah. Deep down, you want to get out of this energy. Deep down, you want to not feel this, not experience whatever this is. Some of you, it's so deep, you don't even know what to attach it to as far as like a specific memory or what have you, because some of you, it's just that old, but you do want to be free of it. You want to feel good. That's what I'm hearing. I want to feel good. I want to feel alive. I want to feel like I have energy. I want to feel okay. From A to Z, I want to feel okay, not just on the surface, but like throughout my entire being, I want to feel okay. That's what I'm getting with you. Okay, let's keep going. Water signs. The Fool with the Four of Cups. Four of Cups, again, more of a drain kind of energy. That's my depression card. That's my isolation card. That's my unhappiness, maybe not content with life, maybe even a little bored with life. But it's also a card of isolation and feeling alone. 2 4s out of 4 cards, by the way. Just go there and admit it to yourself. Admit it. Admit it, then you can do something about it. Anything else for my water signs? I'm not taking that. Hold on a second. Anything else for my water signs? Let's see. Seven of Pentacles and the Six of Wands. How can I feel alive again? How can I get excited about things again? How can I move away from this energy? How can I feel good again? You just want things to be good. You just want to feel okay. You just want life to be good. Who doesn't want that? This is energetically affecting you, water signs, whatever this is. And again, it's a grievance or a wound or something you've like emotionally held on to. And it's been eating at you underneath the surface. And it's time. Overall, we have the Three of Pentacles. I'm hearing exit strategy and the Six of Swords. A way to deal with whatever this is inside of you, to find peace on the external side of you and basically in your life. And we have the Magician. Oh, beautiful. Look, the Ace of Pentacles you've been starving yourself of. Wow. With the Wheel of Fortune. Look at that. You can quickly turn this around, water signs. It's almost like going from feeling restriction and scarcity to being abundant. But you gotta let it go. Whatever this is, you got to let it go. And if it's about a secret coming out, it's your secret. Very clearly, it's your secret. It could just be secret feelings. It could be that you have been struggling secretly and you haven't wanted to tell anybody, right? But it's like, this is you just acknowledging it and unleashing it, letting it go so you can move on. So you can leave it behind. So you can get back to feeling abundant. You can get back to feeling good. Wow, water signs. All right, let's move on. The reads are definitely intense today. The new moon in Sag will help you a lot with this because new moon in Sag is all about being free. Again, groundbreaking, trailblazing, getting out of your own way with stuff that you've been restricted by. Clearly that you've been restricted by, right? So use this new moon in Sag energy to your benefit. Okay? Wow. All right. Got all wrapped up in your energy. Earth, fire, or water? I mean air, not water, excuse me. Earth, fire, air. Air signs are calling me. Okay. Okay. Air signs, air signs, air signs. Let's see what we got going on for you. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Getting strong bird energy. Birds can be very synchronistic for you. I feel like you're wanting to perch. I feel like you want to perch on top of a mountain and just kind of like be alone, be quiet, look down on things, observe things from afar. Yeah, it feels like you actually want to be like not very social right now and just kind of be a wallflower and observe. Like literally wanting a bird's eye view on a certain situation. Or just needing a break, needing a timeout. But I feel like you want to perch and observe is how it's really coming through for my air signs. For Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You want to see in the dark. Bat. Also can speak of transitions, but I feel like you want to see in the dark. You want to see what you haven't been able to see. Again, the bird's eye view, right? Even a bat flies above things, right? You want to observe and see what you haven't been able to see because you've been too involved or too in it. What is it that other people see that I don't see? Or just in general, what hasn't been seen? Jesus, they got vulture, death magic. Everybody's going through a shift, I guess. Right now. My oh my. I keep getting you just want to see, you just want to see. And again, two air energies as well. Two air energies, two creatures that fly. I don't think you can avoid something. Some of you, I feel like you're trying to like do damage control or trying to like preemptively get in front of something. And I don't think you can. I definitely don't think you can. I do feel like some of you are trying to observe so you can navigate a shift or understand what changes need to happen. Nothing wrong with that either. Anything else for my air signs? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But I don't think you can avoid something that you unpleasant is what I want to say. Cheetah. Whoa. I keep getting like you're trying to avoid, like you're trying to like get in front of something before it happens. Or if something's bad is gonna happen, you want to be able to run before it happens. That's what I keep getting with you. That's what I keep getting with you. How can I avoid unpleasantness? How can I avoid a disaster? How can I avoid a big change? How can I avoid maybe even a tower or an ending? How can I avoid it? You can't. I don't think you can. Can you navigate it so it's a little less pleasant? Sure, but this is you trying to control it, and I don't think you can. Anything else for air signs? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Spider, co-creative energy, manifestation energy. Ooh. With Swan and Dolphin. You're trying to get the best result possible out of a situation. Like, again, you're trying to navigate it. You're trying to work with it. You're trying to see ahead. And with Swan and Dolphin, that to me feels very healthy, very healed energy, very aligned energy, very divine energy as well. For some of you, this could involve a relationship. Doesn't have to, but for some of you, the Swan is a partner card. So just for those where it applies. But this is what you're hoping for. Best case scenario. But I feel like there's a component of this that is out of your control. Again, how can I avoid change? How can I avoid disaster? How can I avoid the worst case possible and attain the best case possible? And again, I only think there's only so much within your control. Let's get into this and see what is going on here for my air signs. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. All you can do is control yourself, right? So if you want to do something, do it. You want to have an experience, go for that experience. But just know you can't control everything, okay? Any other messages or insights for my air signs? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Trifecta. I'm hearing trifecta. Some of you threes may be significant, or this situation may involve 3 people. Let's see what we have here. Oh my. Okay. Page of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, and the 10 of Wands. How can I avoid collapse? The 10 of Pentacles is what you're focusing on. You want to keep the 10 of Pentacles going. You want to protect the 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Wands tells me something has been straining, whatever that 10 of Pentacles represents for you. Some of you, this is family life, legacy, setting up a family. Some of you, this is investments like real estate, your own personal housing, the people you live with, maybe even like the wealth that you've been building up or trying to build up, right? Something that you've put a lot of time and energy into that was supposed to or is meant to sustain you for years to come or be intact in your life for years to come. It's the predictable stability of our life for years. That's what the 10 of Pentacles is. The 10 of Wands says that something has been putting pressure on that. And when there's where there's tens there are shifts and there are endings because aces are about to come into play. Something is changing about your Ten of Pentacles. And again, I don't think it's avoidable. Can you navigate it, manage it? Sure. But something is going to shift here. And whatever needs to shift, that is outside of your control. Okay? The Page of Cups is actually very nice here because the Page of Cups is my card of innocence. So there's a very sincere, authentic, like, desire you have and feeling you have of like, hey, this Ten of Pentacles means a lot to me and I want to do all I can to protect it. But that Ten of Wands, something's been putting pressure. Any other messages or insights from my air signs? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. 5 of Wands. There's the added pressure to the 10. The 10 and the 5 indicate that there's another 5 of Wands here, which means it's definitely an external force. Or it's tied to a person or people that are part of this 10 of Pentacles for you, air signs. So this is what I'm saying. It's not completely within your control. You're just feeling the pressure. You're feeling the strain. And you know that something's got to give. This is not sustainable. You know that. So it's like, how can I get ahead of this so it's not disastrous? Or it's not just like a total shit show. How can I get ahead of this? How can I manage this? How can I deal with this? How can I? Anything else for my air signs? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Oh, wow. I don't think I've ever seen this in a reading. So you have the Page of Pentacles. You've got the 10 of Pentacles. Now you've got a 5 of Pentacles. You got a 10 of Wands. And now you got a 5 of Wands. I've never seen of the same suit 2 10s and their respective 5s here. Which means with the 10 minus the 5, there's a 5 of Pentacles, and the 10 minus 5, there's another 5 of Wands. So technically you have 2 5 of Pentacles, 2 5 of Wands, a 10 of Pentacles, and a 10 of Wands. Wow. And not to be dramatic, but for some of you, this is pretty major. Some of you are worried about losing everything that you've worked for, that you've invested in, you've been working towards. This is what some of you guys are afraid of. Some of you, this may be happening and you're like, oh my God, I need to fix. Damage control. Some of you, that might just be involving an apology if this is family related or relationship related. But I feel like it's bigger than that. It feels like the footing of your life, like what you've had your feet firmly planted on, is shifting. And you can't stop the shift. But how much can you still maintain? And the truth is, for some of you, maybe your entire foundation needs to change. Oh, man. All right, let's keep going. And definitely, it's not just about you. It's also about external factors, like other people or economic stuff with the 10 and the 5 of Pentacles being here, a job, health even. Like, it's not just about your personal choices. It's also about things that are out of your control that directly affect your 10 of Pentacles. Anything else from my air signs? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Wow. Ace of Cups on the Page of Cups. Again, you're very, very sincere in what you want. You're very, very sincere in what you want. And I feel like you're willing to do everything within your power to make what you want happen, which is great. But just know there's other factors here. Holy crap. A lot of cards are coming out here. Hold on a second. Any other messages or insights from my air signs? Okay, you guys are getting a long reading. Cards won't stop coming. All right. Okay. Air signs. Some of you, this is something that, how do I want to say? actually happened a while ago. So take it as it resonates. For some of you, this is like recent, this is very now, and it's like, what the hell do I do? Others of you, it's tying to or relates to something that happened years ago. Most likely something that took place around 2019. Okay, oh boy. All right, let's get into it. So, death on the Ace of Cups and the Page of Cups. The change is coming, it's happening. And you're like, what the fuck do I do? Some of you, this is going to be a major, major ego death that results as a part of this, or an awakening of sorts. They tend to go hand in hand. And then we have the Six of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, the Two of Wands, and the Six of Cups. 2 6s, 2 5s, 2 10s. This is a very synchronistic reading here. Okay. This energy feels like learning from the past. That's what this feels like to me. And that's why I mentioned some of you, this could have happened a while ago. And it's not, sorry, let me rephrase that. Some of you, it's linking back to something that happened a while ago. And again, most likely 2019, just because of the energies that we have right now, or something that was pivotal in 2019, but trying to learn from the past, trying to learn from whatever went on during that time as to what to do in the present with this current situation. With the Page of Cups, the Ace of Cups, the Six of Pentacles, and the Six of Cups, with the 10 of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles, and the Five of Wands, could also be very indicative of trying to reconcile with another person, or trying to just like apologize to somebody, trying to reach out, trying to make things right. Okay. Especially with the King of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles. The King always comes with the 10. King of Pentacles always manages the 10, always brings the 10, is always to supply the 10. But with the 5, that is most likely shifting, putting the King in a position to need to do something about it. And for air signs, I feel like this is all about you as the King of Pentacles, wanting to do something about it, feeling like you need to do something about this. So to paraphrase, I feel like I'm looking at a King of Pentacles who their current foundation is shifting, and they know it's shifting, and they're kind of scared. And it's putting them in a position to have an ego death and get very real with themselves and get into their place of innocence, purity within their soul here, to do something about it. And for some of you, that is flashing you back to 2019 and to learn from the past. Excuse me. Some of you, it's actually communicating with somebody from the past to help your present situation. Overall, I got the Queen of Wands with the Two of Pentacles. A lot of Pentacles here. 3 of Pentacles. The 2 and the 3 involve an Ace of Pentacles. You already have an Ace of Cups. Wow. With Justice and the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, and look, King of Swords. Again, how can I fix this? 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 How can I make this right? How can I get ahead of this disaster? Maybe I need to talk to that person from 2019. Maybe whatever happened in 2019, I need to learn my lesson from that and make different choices now so I don't repeat a past mistake. But this is doing the right thing and reflecting on your past to make that choice here. All the while, this is a very humbling sort of experience for you, air signs, that may involve a spiritual awakening or ego death. Okay, a lot of humility is coming up here. So again, take that as it resonates. It might not even be for you, air signs. It could be someone you know, or someone you're dealing with, or someone from your 2019 past, right? Wow. All right, let's move on. Again, kind of intense reads. Earth or fire? Fire. We're going to go with fire. Earth, the fact you want to go last. You know how I feel. Last usually is the most intense reading. But fire. Aries, Leo, Sag. December 11th to December 17th. Happy birthday, Saggies, by the way. Happy birthday. Getting a bit of a sick feeling. Some of you guys may be getting sick. I don't really think so. It's more of like a nauseous, like a sinking feeling. Like, you know, when something just like almost like an impending, like, oh my God, or you're about to like drop on the roller coaster. It's like that, like the heart and the stomach are sinking. Yeah, it's a sinking feeling. I'm getting a sinking feeling for you, fire signs. It doesn't have to be bad. It's just like an adrenaline sort of reaction. For Aries, Leo, Sag. Like something is hitting you. Wow. Aries, Leo, Sag. Woo! I was gonna call cat energy because I felt it, and I'm like, yeah, I don't need to call it, but cat energy coming through. Lyrans may be significant for you fire signs, but we have the Panther coming out. This is catharsis. This is catharsis. I feel like it's coming in line with that sinking feeling. Some of you are going to be going through some sort of solar purging, okay? So keep that in mind. It could be very physical. Not so fun when the solar is going through a purging and it's very physical. But some of you could just be very emotional because the solar is an emotional center where we can hold a lot of emotional energy. But Panther, I just feel like coming out, coming out, coming out, coming out. Something that may be happening too for the collective. I'm just like, it's just hitting me. I think was it water signs? Water signs had this feeling of like something's coming to the surface, some truth is coming out. Fire signs, I kind of feel the same for you, for some of you, not for all of you, but keep that in mind. Some of you may experience that, like some sort of truth gets divulged, whether you confess it or someone else finds out, and it connects or is associated with this purge. This feels like a purge, okay? Fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sag. Let's see. Oh my. Just got strong telepathy. Elk, owl, and bear. Very, very strong animal totems, especially to all come out together. Some of these are kind of what I would call like the big daddy of some spirit animal totems. They're all special and they all bring really beautiful medicine, but these ones are some biggies, okay? These are some biggies. And I was getting strong telepathy, almost like someone's having a purge and another person feels it or picks up on it is kind of how I'm feeling it. Now, this person could be going through this purge. This could all be one person, and just I can feel that other people around them are feeling it, or another person can feel it or sense it. So can take it as it resonates. But elk with owl and bear, there's something about this energy that feels so majestic. That feels very majestic, very divine, very wizened, and I want to say earned. Interesting. This person, whoever this person is, has earned their stripes, is kind of what I'm hearing. Earned their stripes, earned their standing, earned their gifts, earned, earned, earned. This person has walked quite a path. They're very intuitive. They're very compassionate. They're very patient and they're very grounded, is what I'm getting with this energy. They've earned their stripes. They've earned their stripes. They've earned their stripes. I also feel very protective. Like they're very protective of their energy. They're very protective of their loved ones, but probably don't allow a lot of people in their inner circle because of what they've learned and the fact that they are who they are. It's interesting how that's coming through. This person, again, this person may be going through this catharsis in order to move into this sort of an energy to fully earn their stripes. A lot of you, I'm feeling this energy is sensing the purging that's happening here. And I also want to say, don't get caught up on the gender, because I feel like some of you may want to indicate this is a masculine energy. It does feel kind of masculine in that way, but it can also be a female. It doesn't matter. I'm just feeling very strong, grounded energy over there. Interesting reading, fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sag. Oh, I can feel it. It's like making me nauseous. Panther and Scorpion. Again, a very, very strong purge of emotional shit. It's literally making my stomach turn. I like don't want to tune into that energy. Oh, it's like making me burp. Oh, okay. again, the more I get into this, fire signs, I feel like this is someone going through a massive purge, and this is a different person who can sense it and feel it. That's how it's coming through to me. That's how it's coming through to me. I just got to call it how I feel it. Let's move on. Any other messages or insights for my fire signs? Feel a lot of anger over there with the Panther and the Scorpion. Overall, we have Snake, untapped potential being tapped into. Oh, a dragon. Remember, dragon energy is going to be prominent around this time. It already has been collectively, but we do have a draconian fixed star that's going to be aspecting under the new moon in Sag. So dragon energy is going to be with us for a while here. And it's interesting that we have the snake, because both of those are on the same kind of lineage of like medicine or magic, as if you want to say. Dragon is the solar plexus. Dragon in this deck is literally the solar plexus. Both of these cards are very magical to me, and I feel like both speak to going into new levels of energy or self or perception or belief. It just feels like breaking through veils and breaking through into new levels of truth and even divinity or consciousness is what I'm getting in the overall energy here. Now, could some of you be going through this to fully become this? Absolutely. And if that's the case, someone's feeling it, because I can feel that. I felt it almost immediately when I started shuffling the cards for you. But let's pull some tarot cards here. Any messages or insights for air signs? For Gemini? Yeah, a fire sign, excuse me. Aries, Leo, Sag. So you guys can be dealing with an air sign. You could have air in your chart. I did just get strong Gemini energy and Aqua really fast. Fire. Sorry, fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sag. Aries, Leo, Sag. One more. Okay. Not what I expected. We have the Knight of Pentacles, Virgo energy coming out with Panther and Scorpion. The Knight of Pentacles is a ride or die. Loyal, shows up, does all they can to be there for the person that they're showing up for, the people they're showing up for. Very dutiful, very reliable. Right-hand man, the ride or die card. Is enough enough? Kind of what it's feeling like. Almost resentful of being the Knight of Pentacles is how that feels. Resentful of showing up, giving, being devoted is what I'm getting from the person who's having this catharsis. Tell me more about the Knight of Pentacles for my fire signs. Tell me more about the Knight of Pentacles for my fire signs. Oh yeah, there it is. Seven of Swords. The catharsis that's happening is around being taken advantage of as the Knight of Pentacles, or maybe, thinking you were dealing with Knight of Pentacles only to find out they really weren't a Knight of Pentacles. It's this betrayal of devotion and loyalty. That's what's being purged from this person. Whether it's you or it's someone you're dealing with, take it as it resonates, but that's what this purge is about. The deceit and betrayal of loyalty and devotion and trust. Tell me more about the Knight of Pentacles. Tell me more about the Knight of Pentacles. Woo! Death! Yeah, I mean, that's why it's a purge, right? Because we're getting rid of that shit. we're getting rid of those emotions. We're getting rid of that anger, and we're transmuting it. Wow. Yikes. All right, let's move on Tell me about elk, owl, and bear for fire signs. Tell me about elk, owl, and bear for fire signs. Protective is what I heard with the Five of Swords. Protective. And that's what I was picking up with this person anyway. Five of Swords is not always bad. Can it be an ego card? Yes, but it can also be a absolutely putting the boundaries down. Can also be the Five of Swords. It's not taking no for an answer. And what I'm feeling with the elk, owl, and bear energy, I'm feeling boundary. Protective. Almost warrior-like. This elk, owl, bear person may have a history of coming off very harsh. Tell me more. But they've learned. So this is part of why this person, this energy, that we'll just say the elk, it's a lot of animals to repeat, why the elk has earned their stripes. They know how to deal with people who get in this energy and they don't know how to utilize it properly. Or they use it in a way that's just egotistical or just creates war for no necessary reason. Approaching those energies with wisdom, but being able to hold their own and have their own boundaries in place. Yep, Six of Wands. They know how to attain victory in situations that are tense and situations that are war-like, or if someone's coming at them wrong. So over on this side, with the Panther person and the Scorpion person, the Tower. Again, purge, catharsis. With the Death card and the Tower, that's very strong Scorpio energy. That's a very strong, we are forever shaking this up and forever changing this emotional energy that's being purged out of this person, okay? All the while, the elk is still sitting in the Five of Swords and the Six of Wands. These feel like two different people to me. And if you're the same, if you are both of these energies and you resonate with both, then by all means, take it as it resonates. But I feel like these are two very different people. I feel like the Panther person over here on the left with the Knight of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords, the Death card, and the Tower feels like they're going through a massive just release of pain and betrayal and anger. While the elk energy is like, they're just in a place of holding their boundaries. I would be shocked if these two energies even talk physically. But again, I was getting telepathy, right? Okay. Tell me more about this reading for fire signs. Ooh. Okay. This is a bizarre reading. I feel like I'm looking at two people that are not physically engaged with each other that just can pick up on each other. It's very weird. It's very weird. Oh. Yeah, Two of Cups right down the middle. So on the Tower card with the Panther person, we do have the Six of Swords. So this is a very healing release and catharsis for this Panther. Very much needed. Happy for the Panther. If you're the Panther, good for you. You clearly needed this. The elk, we have the Three of Swords, the Five of Swords, and the Six of Wands. I feel like the elk, again, what I heard was they've earned their stripes. They've been through some shit. They've learned a lot of lessons. They've gone through a lot of healing within themselves. The Three of Swords and the Five of Swords, there's a Two of Swords there, which indicates being stuck or needing to make some certain choices or being of two conflicting truths is how I often see the Two of Swords. I feel like the elk, when it comes to this Panther person, even if these people aren't talking, it's like, how do I want to say this? The elk still carries this person with them, is what I want to say. They still carry this person with them. And then smack dab in the middle of both, the Two of Cups. So again, I don't feel like there's talking going on here. I'd be shocked if there was. I feel like the elk is just trying to like do their thing, mind their business, while the Panther is going through a massive purge. And I don't think they're talking. I really don't. Again, I'd be shocked if you guys were. For some of you, this tower could have happened between the panther and the elk, causing this panther to just like, you know, unleash rage and pain that might not even had anything to do with this elk in the first place, because it feels old. It feels old. And the elk is just like, oh, boundaries. Boundaries. This is too much, putting too much on me. Boundary time. But Two of Cups, smack dab in the middle of these people. Which means they both have some sort of mutual level of care or connection to each other. These could be two family members. These could be two friends, coworkers, lovers. You'll know how this applies to you. Overall, we have the Queen of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. My pre-Empress energy, very, very strong independent energy here. Both of these cards speak to independence, intelligence, wisdom, self-esteem, confidence, being able to stand up on one's own footing, knowing who you are. I like that this is the overall energy, whether you identify as the elk or you identify as the panther. I feel like this energy is more so for the panther person. Like this panther energy is moving into a level of really knowing oneself and feeling very confident in oneself. While the elk is just minding their business, really, and just keeping their boundaries up. I feel like this elk has probably been hurt to some capacity by the panther, but I keep feeling like the boundaries are up around the elk to shield themselves from the catharsis and release of the panther. That's how it feels to me. This is a crazy read, fire signs. So take it as it resonates. And good luck with that. Whether you're having a catharsis or you're just keeping your boundaries up. And again, even if you're not talking to this person, if you're the elk, you may just feel them. You may just feel them having this like massive, massive purge. Whew. Last but not least, earth signs. Clyde, you've been so cute. You've been so good all day. He's just been sleeping on the bed like all day. Okay. Earth signs, earth signs, earth signs. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Taurus, Virgo, Cap. Actually, let me get a little water. Okay. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Something's been flipped 180. I just got this weird sensation, like I literally got turned upside down. It was like, whoa, it was a little disorienting. Water signs had a disorienting energy too. So if you have water in your chart, I would definitely check out the water sign reading. But yeah, something's been flipped on its head. Something has gone topsy-turvy, or you're seeing something in a complete 180 or completely new eyes, new perception. It just feels like something's completely changed. Let's see. Any messages or insights from my earth signs? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Am I taking this? Yeah. Whale. I should have called it. I knew that card was going to come out. Whale, Piscean energy. This also is a card of great mystery, interconnectedness of all things, the infinite, the void space. You can even just see it as consciousness itself, spirit itself. But whale coming out for my earth signs. Some sort of like awareness, big truth is just flashing you in the face. It feels so disorienting. And again, watch the water sign reading if that resonates for you. If you've been feeling disoriented or some situation has become different or just completely changed on you, it has this feeling of being up in the realms. It's got this feeling of not really having your feet on the ground is kind of how it feels. Very, very Piscean, very Neptunian, which has gone stationary direct. But I feel like it's some sort of big truth. It's just like, got a lot of crown energy too. A lot of crown energy. Anything for my earth signs? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Tarantula. Something that's been stuck, that you've been stuck at, or you've been stuck on making a choice. Tarantula to me is stuck. It's tension, it's stress, it's I don't know what to do here, I don't know what to do there. That is dissipating. Something that has had tension or confusion around it, stress around it, the elasticity of it is like unsnapping. It's getting loose. And I feel like it's disorienting. What was hard is now easy. Again, something that's turned on its head. What was hard and stressful is now suddenly so easy and so clear. But why is it so, oh my crown, why is it so disorienting though? Feels unexpected. Any messages or insights from my earth signs? December 11th to the 17th for Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Oh yeah, it's disorienting. We've got Earthworm, 0 point. Clean slate, my Fool card. But Earthworm speaks of discomfort and newness, in being in a foreign situation or in a foreign position. It's discomfort. I keep getting the discomfort and being disoriented with this change, with this shift, with suddenly what was hard is now easy, what was blocked is now clear, and it's just like, whoa, I am not used to this. This happens so fast. Disoriented. Some of you guys, it could be a spontaneous awakening. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Tiger. I say that and we get the card of spiritual awakening. In this deck, literally, this is what this card represents. Spiritual awakening, specifically. It's also my Queen of Wands card. It speaks to passion and ferocity, but having very intact intuition as well. That's just how it keeps coming through, earth signs. What was confusing, hard, or blocked, or unclear, or tense is suddenly easy, clear, in your face, so obvious, but it makes you uncomfortable. It makes you very uncomfortable having this level of awareness or having something be so easy. This is a very strange message. Some of you could be dealing with a tiger energy or tiger person is how I wanted to say that. Some of you could be dealing with a tiger person who is suddenly in your life, who is suddenly in your awareness, suddenly on the scene. Everything feels sudden, 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 sudden. And it's tripping you up. Anybody who's a tiger person, they're very powerful. Their energy is very strong. They could captivate a room just by walking into it. Like their energy is so palpable. Their presence is undeniable. Their presence is undeniable if you're dealing with a tiger person. Oh, wow. Unicorn, third eye energy. A lot of crown and third eye energy coming in here for you. Okay. You cannot deny this. It's in your face. Some of you, again, this is just an awakening. Some of you, it's a whole new level of sight, of gifts, of intuition, and it's in your face and it's uncomfortable and you're trying to deal with it. Some of you, it's a truth about yourself, who you are, your own tiger energy, and it's just like, whoa. Some of you are becoming aware of a tiger person in your life, and it's just like, whoa. Again, whatever was hard. Some of it is about your own creative energy. Maybe you've been stuck in a creative rut or feeling like you don't really know where to go in life, and suddenly you do. Suddenly you do, and it requires you to be on point, confident, believing in yourself, and it makes you a little uncomfortable. It's a very bold energy that you're being asked to embrace, whether that's your own energy, an aspect of self, or someone who is suddenly in your reality. What was hard is suddenly so easy. What was not clear or confusing is suddenly so clear. Oh, feels intimidating. Any other message? Woo! Okay, raccoon just came out. Any other messages or insights for my earth signs? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Yeah, wow. Raccoon, that feels like a hiding energy. Wanting to hide because you're uncomfortable here. Whoa, whoa. On Tiger and Unicorn, we have Snake, tapping into untapped potential. This is like, this basically represents the energy that you're becoming aware of. That is making the torrential energy go away, making the crossroads energy go away, making the stressful energy, the block go away. It's crown, it's third eye, it's passion, it's enlightenment, it's awakening, it's kundalini energy. It is undeniable divine knowledge, capability, confidence, sensuality, creativity of yourself, within yourself, or a person outside of you. Some of you are finally aware of who someone really is to you. It's interesting. And then we have this. Kind of shocked me. Horse, the master of earth, with octopus, the devil energy, strong Cappy energy in both of these cards. The devil card is Saturn, so Cappy and or Aqua, but it's associated with Capricorn more so than Aquarius. Horse to me is like the Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, High Priestess sort of energy, all in a combination. But this card is the master of earth in this deck. It's being able to juggle, multitask, handle everything under the sun, right? Manage your kids and have a partner and work out every day and cook all your meals and pay all your bills and still go out and have fun every day or once in a while. It's like being able to manage it all with the octopus energy. This to me feels like a workaholic energy, or sort of like a very like a very rigid, controlled energy or controlling energy. Some of you have been in too much of a controlled energy within yourself and your own life. Some of you actually have a very controlling person around you. So take this as it resonates. And now that you see it so clearly, that it's really about you embodying this freedom with the tiger, this awakened, enlightened, passionate, free energy. It's like, oh my God. Whoa, that's intimidating. How do I go from controlling or controlled to just totally free and unencumbered and wild? Right? Some of you have been afraid of this energy within yourself, or afraid of this kind of a person in your life. Some of you, it's about going from dealing with someone who's controlling to dealing with somebody who's very enlightened and very free. So take it as it resonates, like I said. But it's very disorienting because it's just so clear. It's suddenly just so clear. Overall, we have the elephant. This is breaking through barriers, breaking through walls and blockages, which you clearly are here. Underneath that, we do have the hyena. Ooh, with the throat chakra. And the lion. Earth signs is getting to be very interesting here. Throat chakra connected to the lion, the master of fire. I look at the lion as the counterpart to the tiger, King of Wands to Queen of Wands. That's just me for this deck. But again, you're breaking through your own block here, and it seems like the block has been in your expression. Your ability to express your own fire, again, also coming through with that tiger energy as well. The lion is also wise because he or she is the master of fire. They know how to manage their time and the resources, and when to take action, when to not, when to speak, when to not. You've had some distortion or block around that for your earth signs, and it's time to finally be done with it and sit in your power and freedom and authority and divine knowledge as well, your own capability, and no longer be dominated or controlled by this block. And for some of you, it's a person who's been restricting your ability to express yourself, or a wound that's tied to somebody from your past that's tied to the ability to express yourself. And it might be uncomfortable and scary, but it's time. It's time. And like I said, it's just suddenly so clear. It's suddenly just so clear to you. Wow, we haven't gone into tarot cards yet. Ooh, I'm a little dizzy. All right, our signs, let's do this. Any messages or insights for my earth signs? 6 of Cups wanted to come out. I'm not taking it, just letting you know it wanted to come out. Any other messages or insights for my earth signs? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. For some, and we haven't pulled any tarot cards out yet, but for those of you where it's about getting away from a person and getting towards another person, we got King of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, sort of comparative energies here, just for those who are doing their own reads on themselves, okay? Again, not all of you, that's what it's about. A lot of you, it's really just about getting out of your own block around your throat chakra and around your own fire and self-expression, specifically self-expression. And what and or who in your life keeps you stuck in that block. But I feel like it's just gonna like it feels like the block is just suddenly boom, like just blasting open or blasting apart is almost how it's looking to me, which is why it might be very disorienting. Because it's just like, whoa, wait a minute, whoa, wait a minute. And it's just making everything so clear. Any messages or insights for my earth signs? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Woo. Nine of Wands, there's the block. This is wounded warrior energy for me. It's tired energy. It's you've been going. It's also guarded energy. But I feel like this is literally representing the block here. Let me tune into this for a minute. It feels like stress. It feels like stress at trying to maintain a situation, stress at trying to just keep going, which actually is very much represented by the horse and the octopus. That double energy around just get through it, just hold on, just hang in there, just keep going. You know how to do this. Like it's that kind of vibe, but that is got disconnected for a second. But that's also the vibe of the tarantula, right? It's the stress, it's the tension. It also has this feeling of being stuck a little bit, like you're pushing a boulder up a hill, and it's like, am I ever going to get to the top of the hill? There's a bit of a stuck feeling there. Hierophant. Oh, something you've been obligated to. Some of you, it's your own belief systems, it's family values, it's the way you live your life according to your own ethics, your own rule book, if you will. Again, your own belief systems. It's almost like that's what's been straining you here, keeping you confined. Some of you, it's a straight up obligation or contract, like a relationship, a business agreement, that sort of deal. But like, I just gotta keep at it. I just gotta keep doing this path. I just gotta, but it feels like you're not going anywhere. It just feels like it's been adding strain to your life. The Hierophant has been restricting you. For some of you, the Hierophant represents institution and government. Some of you have been feeling very constrained by the law, literally the law or the economy, and you just can't do it anymore. And you just want to be free. Yeah, it's a lot of the I should. Again, it's creating that. Or it's coming from somebody in your life who's like that. Or they passed on beliefs like that, if it's like a parent or something like that. Or a mentor. Some of you, it's a mentor. Any other messages or insights for my earth signs? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Nine of Pentacles, you just want to be free. Nine of Pentacles is independence. It also is having your own resources and being able to stand on your own and confidence and self-esteem, but you want freedom. You want freedom. But some of you are afraid to leave the comfort of what is familiar. You do have 2 9s here out of 3 cards. Yeah, it's almost like you do feel comfortable in this kind of restriction because it's what you've known. It's what you've known. It's how you've operated. Again, some of you, it's a belief system. Some of you, it's a relationship. But what you really want is to be free. You really want to be free. I keep hearing comfort, comfort, comfort. Maybe this supplies some sort of financial stability, and you don't want to give up those comforts. Any other messages or insights for my earth signs? Oh, a lot of cards coming out now. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. We have 3 of Wands, the Strength card, and the 4 of Swords. It's interesting because innately this would not read as internal struggle, but I feel internal struggle here. I feel like you're trying to build up the confidence to break free. But I feel a struggle with that. It's like 3 of Wands can be expectation, trying to have an open mind. And I can feel the struggle there of like trying to have hope, trying to be hopeful and see beyond what you know, see beyond what's in front of you. But I can feel the struggle there with the Strength card and the 4 of Swords. 4 of Swords is a little bit of an alone energy. It's hermiting, it's reflecting. But the Strength card, I feel you battling yourself. I can feel that. I can feel like the battle of play it safe, don't play it safe. Play it safe, don't play it safe. Play it safe, don't play it safe. Hold on. And then we have the 7 of Wands with 10 of Cups and the Page of Wands. 7 of Wands is having the courage to fight for what it is you want. Fight for what you think you're entitled to or what you think is right, but it's a fight. It's a fight. You want happiness. Some of you, it's about fighting your own family or people that you live with even. Tribal energy, but you're ready to fight. You're ready to fight for adventure with the Page of Wands. You're ready to fight for excitement, expansion, possibilities of new horizons, possibilities of journeys, adventures. That's what you're fighting for. That's what you want to fight for. Your own happiness in being free. Free from obligation, free from duty, free from commitments, free from the chains of belief systems or even family values, because clearly it hasn't been making you happy. It's almost like it's been keeping you in a cage. Like you've been in a cage. Some of you have learned to be in a cage. Overall, we have the 2 of Wands and the Chariot. Are you going to continue this path or forge a new one? I think you're going to forge a new one, Earth signs. I think most of you are going to forge a new one. Underneath that, we got the 5 of Pentacles because this is not working for you. It is so not working for you. And then we have the World card, learning some big lessons and moving into some new chapters, new paths. Some of you, there's travel afoot with the Chariot and the World card. Some of you, that's international travel as well. Are you ready to risk what is familiar and comfortable so you can be truly happy and truly free? And for some of you, maybe the first time in your life. And remember, this is all about unlocking a block of personal expression, whether that's creatively or just vocally, verbally, with your own truth. It's a big reading, Earth signs. Let's wrap it up. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I wish you luck on your adventures and wherever happens in your life, wherever life takes you. And I will see you guys very soon. Take care. Have a good night and a good week. See you later.